fuck is you telling me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You were tuned in to episode 15, Throw the Hook podcast, man. It's your boy G5 Jeff TV, aka G5, aka 5, aka the Guru. First up, I got my dog, man, Ty Finney, the legend in the building. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, man? You know, keeping myself warm in this cold weather.
Absolutely.
You know, this weekend, tomorrow, we got some good fights, man. You know, I'm excited about that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I got everybody's favorite OG up in the building, man. Boxing first vlog. What's going on, bro?
Man, I'm just happy to be here, bro. We got a gauntlet of fights that we gotta enjoy. Hopefully, you know what I mean, we get some dust ups going on, some upsets. You know, it's just gonna be a lovely weekend.
We got what they would call my big back people would call a schmorg. This is a
Man,
smorgasbord schmorg full of fights, man. Like we got so much to cover, man. This family at this point, man. My dog Jay Will in the building, man. Jay Will, man, what's up, bro? Big shout out to you, man. You know the drill, bro. Put a 1 in the chat if we sounding good. So we can go ahead and get started, man. Big shout out to everybody, man. First of all, big shout out to Jesse Hart for sharing my darn video, man. Big shout out to Jesse Hart. Big shout out to Shane. Big shout out to my dog Teak, man. Teak should be stepping through, man. Stepping through to the show. Just everybody to just support us. You know, at the end of the day, before we get started, please subscribe to Boxing First Vlogs channel. Please subscribe to In This Corner podcast, man. Make sure y'all showing them love just as much as y'all show me love. And once we see y'all subscribe, man, we subscribing right back. You know what I'm saying? You show us love, we're gonna show you love at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started just with some casual news, you know, before we get cooking. You know, I think everybody's favorite convict now, Tank Davis, has been locked up after 2 weeks on a hiatus, and you know, he's gonna have to address that situation that apparently is on camera, you know. So it's just another celebrity, another situation that has to be dealt with. Pretty sure some money's gonna get thrown around for this guy to I don't think he's gonna get bond because he was on the run for 2 weeks. I do think they're gonna make him do a little bit of time. But I think eventually this will get washed up. So, just looking forward to this, you know, just being behind this, because I'm like, we got too much fighting to talk about, too many fights. We talking about one of the key guys in the sport, don't know how to keep his hands to himself, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? So we got that going on. Tyson Fury is back April 11th. Hold on a second. Hey, man, it ain't a party unless my dog Teak is in the building, man. Teak, what's going on, baby?
Yo, Five, what's good?
Ain't nothing, bro. Hey, Teak, we got so much to cover, man. So many fights, bro, man. Appreciate you stopping through, though.
You already know, man, because I had to pull up for my boy.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, you know what, man? F the news, man. We gonna go ahead and gonna go ahead and get cooking, man, for sure, man. We got Saturday. Shakur Stevenson, TefimoLopez, man, that whole card is just stacked and loaded. So much to cover with that. Xander Zayas, his fight is going down. That's a unification fight against a old sparring partner of all people. But we'll get into that. And then we got the Pro Box card. Got to show the Pro Box card some love too. Big shout out to Pro Box. We just got so much going on, man. Let's get started with, you know what? Let's just start with the undercard for Shakur and Teafimo. Let's just get it on and jumping. outside of Teofimo and Shakur, like what card, like what fight on that card intrigues you the most? I guess Ty, get it started. Which fight you like on that card outside of Tio and Shakur?
I'm gonna just run with Keyshawn and Ortiz. You know, I just really want to see where's Keyshawn. How is he going to look? You know, what's his mindset going into this fight? You know, we all know what he poured out there in Norfolk, so all eyes are on him for sure. I seen that. You know, I seen the face off with him and Ortiz. He's doing a lot of trash talking. So to me, he still seems like the same old Keyshawn, but he's gonna have to let the hands do the talking. So this is a new weight class for him, so he's got to test the water. So I think that, to me, that's the most intriguing one.
All right. Hey, T, which one you like outside of Shakur and Teofimo on that card?
I agree with Ty. I'm going with Keyshawn and Ortiz because on some real shit, Keyshawn, this is make or break in my opinion. The reason I'm saying that is because you done a lot of talking. You pulled some fuck shit out there in Norfolk. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you got to bring it, bruh. Like, we ain't trying to hear no excuses. You've been calling out all these fucking people, even though I don't think he's fighting none of them. But
right,
you calling out all these dudes. It's time for you to show the fuck up. But to be real with you, y'all, he gonna have a problem on his hand on Saturday night, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jermaine Ortiz ain't sweet. Let's keep it a stack.
No,
like,
that's a fact.
He's the type of fighter that has always given Keyshawn problems, like them boxing moving types.
Mm-hmm.
He's the remember our Philly guy Nair Albright gave him a bunch of issues.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of people thought Nair won that fight.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. And then Nair justified it by whooping on Kelvin. So
yeah, he beat the brakes.
What I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Bob Keyshawn, outside of the Shakur and Teofimo, honestly, I don't think any one of them have pressure on them because they're fine even after this fight. Keyshawn's the one who has to show up on Saturday night. He's the one under the most pressure out of the whole card.
A vlog. Is that a fight? Is that the key fight that you're looking at outside of Shakur and Teofimo on that card?
Man, that in my estimation has upset of the year written all over it, based on just because of the numbers, not because old boy is supposed to be so much better, but just because the numbers say he's supposed to be so much better. You talking about a minus 700 for a dude that ain't fought in a year, had weight issues, don't do good with boxers, period. That's why he hasn't faced a lot of boxers. He only faced really one. You know what I mean? Big shout out to Nair, you know what I mean? Revenge that loss against his brother, who is not very good boxer in his own right. So I guess that's karma. But that being said, I think one thing that a lot of us as pundits ain't paying attention to, which makes this an extra tricky fight in my estimation, old boy Ortiz can fight from both sides, man.
Exactly. He's a switch hitter.
That could be very confusing to a guy that concentrate on body shots, slowing dudes down. If you can't get to that same spot consistently, the angles keep changing up on you. It could be a very interesting chess match. I got this fight being a little bit better than the main event. That's just me. I think this one's going to be a little bit better.
Yo, vlog, almost on some real shit, bro. I agree with you. I'm actually looking forward to this one more than the main event.
I spoke on it on my last video.
Because like I said, Key's under the most pressure out of every fighter on the card, because you did a lot of fucking talking, and now you running around here happy because Andy Cruz fucking lost. Like,
oh yeah, that belt the ass. That's
just all time goofy shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, you better show the fuck up. Like, I ain't trying to hear no fucking excuses.
Hey yo, and you know the great thing, and those is all great comments. The thing that I took out of that is that Keyshawn has the most pressure.
Yep.
Like, he has the most pressure, and that was a great point as far as the switch hitting. For my people that's not hardcore, is that somebody that fights orthodox and southpaw. I actually, with y'all talking about it, he might be better off switching back and forth in this fight. And I think the reason for that is because Keyshawn Davis is very heavy on the front foot. He is extremely heavy on the front foot. He doesn't do good with boxers because I don't think his feet is that good. He needs somebody to sit in front of him and allow him to work. If Jermaine Ortiz can actually use his feet intelligently without doing too much moving and get his offense off, if he's switch hitting in this fight, he has a major shot of pulling the upset. Like he has a major shot.
Yo, Five.
What's it?
You know, and you know, I ain't mean to cut you off. My fault, bro. But yo, another thing too, people not thinking about Jermaine been in there with some dudes. You feel what I'm saying? He been in there with T.O. I thought he beat T.O. to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I thought he beat T.O. A lot of people thought he beat Loma.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he been in there with some dudes. Keyshawn ain't never been Ortiz the best dude that Keyshawn been in there with.
Facts. That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's what I'm saying. Like, the experience, like, Ortiz is the more versatile fighter. He's the more experienced fighter. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand them odds about what vlog say plus 700?
Minus 700 for Keyshawn, plus 440 for Davis. There's no way in the world I'm not jumping on that. It's too much value. And let me ask y'all a quick question. Who you think has the higher punch value? I personally think it's Ortiz. Obviously. It ain't even a debate. Okay, so now let me ask this in response to that question. Do you think the judges are going to like the singles, the body shots that we know Keyshawn going to be trying to look for, or are they going to give some props to them flurries in the movement? Which y'all think these judges going to be leaning at?
Honestly, vlog, I don't know what these judges be thinking no more. Because after what because after what I saw last week, bro, I don't even know anymore. Because what they did to Jesse, I ain't nah. And then they just flat out gave Raymond Mortala the fight over Andy, even though me personally, I thought that shit was a draw. I didn't think nobody pulled away from that fight.
Yeah.
I didn't think anybody won that fight clear cut.
T, you know the thing that's crazy, and this is just the day and age that we're in the sport of boxing. Like, we supposed to be just coming into a fight card like this doing the X's and O's. And I'm quoting this from the last show. We literally got to go into this card and find out who the judges are for each fight before we do our homework and figure out who's going to win the fight. Like, that's how crazy the judging has been. And it's like, it's crazy because I'm like, you got 3 judges and all of them damn near think completely different.
Exactly.
Like, it's just like, it's crazy because I'm like, you have your 5 pillar criterias in terms of, you know, how to judge a round, but some of these judges, they're making it clear that they're impartial to like one style of fighting. And I'm like, as a judge, you can't be partial to just one style of fighting. Like, you have to use the 5 pillars. Now, you can have your favorite style and all that, but you shouldn't have your score to the point where you're discrediting someone else. Like, and that's what happened with the Murataya and Andy Cruz fight. Like I said in the last show, I had somebody, that's my dog too. I had my dog call me. He said he had it 117, 111. For Murataya, and I'm like, that's my dog. And I'm like, I told him, I said, I gotta get him on the show for him to justify it. I mean, he gotta explain that. He gotta explain that to me.
That one, man. I'm sorry.
He gotta explain that to me.
Like I said, Bob, I had it 114, 114. That's what I had it, bro.
I had it 115, 113 Murataya, and I'm like, but you can easily have a draw in that situation, and it's just, you know, the main things that everybody was quoting as far as Murataya. I'm like, you look at the stats. I'm like, Murataya only landed 1 more punch. Like, if you really want to get technical with it, you know what I'm saying? But the judges could have the potential to take over Saturday, that card. like they have a chance to really take over that card, bro. Just
And it's a lot of
by
top
this
ranked dudes on that card too.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of top ranked dudes on there
Because
too.
remember,
So.
like that's what it was last week with it was a lot of top ranked dudes on that card with Maratala and Cruz.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that Eddie Hearn might start picking these dudes off because he is half promoting this event. So a lot of them dudes might not be up under that banner too much longer like that, as far as being associated directly, or they might be
top ranked they still don't have a TV deal yet, I heard.
And they ain't searching. Last article I read, they not even searching.
Yeah, because the Zayas card is actually on ESPN Classic.
They're leasing their fighters out, so they still making money.
Leasing them out. Yeah, they leasing them out. You know, they leasing them out like the Ferraris. You know what I mean?
Man, like furniture,
like
homie.
Said, they still making money. So I mean,
yeah, for sure.
And without having to spend it, you know what I mean? Literally without having to spend it.
For sure.
Yeah, because a lot of their events have been losing money for years anyway.
Big shout out to Laser Sharp Gaming.
Not to get too far off of it. It was that app, bro. That fucking ESPN app was just the service on it was so terrible, bro. I think that hurt them in the long run. When they was first building up, they used to have the fights on every Friday. But shit, if the damn main event keep looping and by the time it settle in, is really in the 8th round, but you watching the 3rd round. It's like, what the
fuck? That's a fact. Big shout out to Laser Sharp Gaming in the building, man. What's going on, bro? Jay Will. Yeah, like Keyshawn and Jermaine Ortiz, man. Like that fight, it's a fascinating fight when you really look at the X's and O's of it, because Keyshawn coming up in weight, will he actually be able to put something on Jermaine Ortiz to get Jermaine Ortiz respect? And I think that's another thing people not talking about. Jermaine Ortiz has been in there with the top of the top, but Jermaine Ortiz got some whiskers on him too. Jermaine Ortiz ain't sweet. You know what I'm saying? So
I keep telling people that, bro.
Bro, can Keyshawn Keyshawn is known as a power puncher at a lower weight. When a guy goes up in weight, it's always a question of whether they're going to carry their power with them. You know what I'm saying?
But and also, let's add this. He's a power puncher against a stationary target.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Bingo.
Agreed.
Jermaine Ortiz ain't no stationary target.
And Jermaine Ortiz, this fight is for the taking. And Ty Finney vlog, we talk about this all the time. We want for Jermaine Ortiz offensively to turn up. Don't leave nothing to the judges. Don't leave nothing to be desired. Go in there and work. I think the 2 fights that he's had with the big names, I think he didn't take his hands and put his hands on their neck.
No, he didn't.
And just go for it. And that's
especially
the one thing with Jermaine Ortiz. Yes.
Because like I said, I thought he controlled the fight with Loma.
Yeah, but when you're when you're the underdog, bro,
you got to do more when you're the underdog.
Yes, it may not be fair, but you have to do more as the underdog. Like you have to go above and beyond when you're the underdog. Like you got to literally like damn near go crazy up in there, especially with against a favorite with money behind them and a name.
Can I ask Ty a question real quick?
Go ahead.
Ty, you still in the building with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. What percentage of quote unquote, even though he's a young boy, but his veteran, just the amount of fights and ring experience he has over Keyshawn, how much percentage do you give that to be a factor in this fight?
Definitely over 50%. Definitely over. Because like I said, he's been, like y'all said, he's been in there with some names. He's been in there with T.O. He's been in there with Loma. He's been in there with the Matrix. You know what I mean? So I give him a high percentage for that, for sure.
Y'all, and look, another thing, y'all, too. Remember, we already saw some shit like this a couple months ago. Devin Haney and Brian Norman. That's all I'm gonna say. We saw this shit already.
Yeah.
Because remember, Devin, we all know he was the more skilled fighter. Remember, me and you was talking about that for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
We knew Devin was the better fighter, but we just asked if he could still take Brian Norman's power. And once he did that, it was over for Brian Norman.
A wrap. It was
over. Like the first couple rounds we saw that fight was over.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the power puncher still needs the stationary target.
Exactly.
Can the power puncher actually track down the guy that's moving? And that's a skill set. That's a skill set. And Vlog brought this up in the last show, even with Murataya and Andy Cruz. Vlog used a great phrase because we was getting into Murataya and him cutting the ring off, and Vlog said no, like he did more tracking. It was almost like he was tracking, and then he would just go. He would just shoot his offense off. And I think we're starting to see that more than your traditional cutting the ring off. I think guys is just trying to get their opponents to a certain spot in the ring and literally like ambush them.
Yeah, let off.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be crucial to see if like Keyshawn Davis can he cut the ring off? I don't think he's even been in the ring with anybody to where he has to even go through a process.
That's what I'm trying to tell people, Fob. Like, motherfuckers is not listening, man. Like, he got cement feet. Look at his feet, like Vlog said. Look at his feet.
Yeah,
them shits is stuck in the mud.
He don't even turn. He don't even like if you heavy footed, if you know how to twist and turn, like if you know how to twist and switch angles quick, I can deal with it.
Your upper body movement,
I can deal with it. Like Keyshawn doesn't even do that really.
Yeah, is this a fight where we gonna find out if he has any back foot game, like able to literally punch out? Well, I've seen him go back and reset and then get off at somebody coming at him. But again, you talking about plotters and guys that's not really throwing heat at him once they get him to a certain spot. So this is gonna be a lot different if he can punch in between that combinations, if his timing is right. This is a big fight, man. I think, like I said, I think this fight is a bit more of a chess match, slightly than Teofimo and Shakur because of Teofimo's output. In this one, I don't think we're going to worry about Ortiz's output. We brought it up a couple shows back. Like that's a big factor of which way we lean in as far as picking this fight. But from what I'm anticipating, I think he's going to let him go because it's not. I don't think he's going to fear what's coming back at him. Not like that. Old boy needs build-up to get his KOs. He's not a one-shot guy, so I don't think he's going to fear that power like that. And unless his target is in front of him and he can let those body shots create some softness in the mid-drift, really start slowing a guy down, it's not going to work against a dude that's going left to right, pivoting on you. We're going to find out if he can pivot and get out of danger. Well, his defense is going to really show us something. We're going to see how defensively he's grown because he's going to get pressured in this fight at some points because Ortiz is going to have to come forward. He's going to have to. He's not going to be able to win it on the ropes like per se Cruz did. Cruz did a good job. Yeah. I think Cruz is a little bit better boxer than Ortiz is, but I think Ortiz lets his hands go in different ways that Cruz doesn't. Cruz, like I said earlier, Cruz punch selection isn't the deepest. You know what I mean? He don't have all the shots in boxing. At least he doesn't use them consistently. Even if he does know how to throw these shots, he doesn't use them consistently. So I think Ortiz does. He flurries. He's up and down. He straights. He's hooks. You know what I mean? So he really tears off some combinations with different style punches.
A Vlog, even just to add on to that real quick, and I don't want to get off topic with this, but with Andy Cruz, that experience, that lack of professional experience was so important because the basic professional things that he needed to win that fight, he was unable to do it. And Bozy, some things can't replace experience. A good trainer can't replace experience. Like, the thing that's crazy about the Andy Cruz fight, number one, he never put his foot in the ground and said, hey, I'm taking the middle of the ring. Not one time in that fight. Not one time. And people have
different. Jeff,
ahead.
not to cut you off. That's not to say he didn't have aggressive moments. So
agreed. I'm with you.
If y'all listening to us, let Jeff cook.
I'm with you. That's the thing. He never took his foot and put it in the ground and say, "Hey, I'm taking the middle of the ring. You're the one that's gonna move around." You know what I'm saying? That's number one. Number two, it was less than 5 clinches in the fight. Less than 5. It was less than 5 clinches. So part of boxing is clinching to get on the inside and do some inside work.
You got to
clinch. You know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is. Also, you're imposing your will. You're showing your strength to your opponent. Also, forcing them backwards, turning them. So it's different little things that come with clinching.
Yeah, it's the different little nuances. So Andy Cruz didn't do that either. And on top of that, when you're fighting on the back foot the entire night and you're moving as much as Andy Cruz was moving, your legs, you can tell too. When it was the 10th round, 11th round, it was almost like, damn, like where my legs go? Like, you know what I'm saying?
All that moving around.
All that moving around, it's like a weight. If you're moving around all night, it's like a weight that's coming down on your body. So the deeper you are into the fight, the more stationary you're going to be. It's going to be more taxing for you to actually be moving around.
And that's why
he lost them. That's why he lost the championship
rounds. That's why he lost the last 2-3 rounds. 5.
He doesn't have
his legs was a little bit gone.
Cruz don't have
he's never been that deep into the fight before.
Yeah. Cruz don't have a come forward game yet, and that's why people's talking about him going down to 130. I'm like, no, like stay where you at.
No, stay there.
Stay there. Like you ain't gotta go nowhere. Stay there. I was like, you took your loss. You know exactly what you got to do now. You know exactly what you got to work on. You know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing. His style can win against other fighters. It just didn't work particularly against that guy who technically probably is a 140. You know what I mean? He just still able
135. That is
135. Yeah, so it worked. It obviously worked if people are saying it was a draw. Even the bald head demon that I went against, I was battling online with. He even thought it was a draw, but I told him, you can't say it's a draw.
Who's the bald head demon, bro?
Man, the boy Michael Conjure. I ain't gonna. He ain't my homie.
He called him the bald head demon.
Man,
yo, 5. What's that fucking funny ass song that they got out right now? That bald nigga shit.
Oh yeah.
That dog vlog got me thinking about that shit, bro. That's why I'm cracking the fuck up.
Yo, man. That's funny, bro.
No, but I'm mad because he said he agreed, and I'm not mad if you said a draw. But don't turn around and tell me you also agree with 116, 112. If you're a real analyst, you gonna stand your ground.
It was 116, 112, man. Not on any fucking
Again, that's why I'm upset. You're confusing me. They're paying you to confuse us as fans. Come on, man. Talk to real ones, bro. We're gonna set you straight.
For sure. Let me get in this comment section real quick. Angry Mexican 999. What's going on, bro? Big shout out to you. Good seeing you again, man. For sure. Said Bozy Ennis not looking good. Fulton was unprofessional and got humiliated. Andy Cruz hype train was derailed. He is 40 in Cuban years. Can't change that amateur style. Boots is next up to get exposed.
Oh my god.
So
he went straight for Philly, guys, man. He went straight for Philly.
We seen him for the first time in the last show, and he definitely took his Philly shots, which I don't have an issue with. But go ahead, Lord. Go ahead.
You know who he angry at? His King Cinnamon is leaning over in the throne chair, so that's why he angry.
Yeah, because Crawford beat the dog shit out of him. That's why.
His King Cinnamon.
Hold on. A angry Mexican. I'm assuming you a Canelo fan. Are you a Canelo fan? Like, what's some of your favorite fighters? We need more context in what you talking about. But as far as your statement, bro. As far as Stephen Fulton is concerned, like, he can't control Stephen Fulton's plate of food when he's not around. He don't live with Bozy. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's not a great look on the camp.
And remember, Pop, we got on Cool Boy I was on last time.
Yeah, for sure. And then you said Andy Cruz hype train was derailed. Bro, to be honest with you, bro, I don't even think Andy Cruz had a hype train. To be completely honest, I don't think he had a hype train. I think when it came down to it, everybody looked at this as a 50-50 fight or close to a 50-50 fight, and this was really going to be a really big test for him. So I really don't agree with the hype train either. Now, he might be 40 in Cuban years. I'll give you that. He might be 40 in Cuban years. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as Boots, I don't see anybody exposing Boots, but we'll see how that plays out.
Ain't nobody at 150. Ain't nobody at 154 beating Boots. Cut it out. The only person who even has a chance is Jermell. That's it.
And that's if he's on his A+ game.
Exactly. And we don't know what he looks like right now.
Yeah.
So until he comes back, nobody's fucking with Boots at 154, and they know it.
I'm gonna go as far as to say this. I don't think there's a man on the planet that could beat Boots. Usyk can't beat Boots.
Hey. Look, man, skill for skill. Who's better than he?
Nobody.
Exactly.
No one walking, homie. These people act like they don't see it when they see it. It's almost like you telling them, yo, the sun up and it's hot and it's bright outside. And they're like, nah, I can't see nothing. You like, what? Open your eyes. Like, come on, bro. Everybody can see Boots is the best. That's why they hate him. They don't want to get in the ring with him. They know.
Hey, angry Mexican, you're gonna have to get back. You're gonna have to get back in the comment section, bro. You're gonna have to fire back.
You see, Virgil Ortiz don't want none of that smoke. He keeps going and shit.
Man, I ain't never seen nobody duck a fight by pulling out a lawsuit.
Bro, that shit's crazy. And then motherfuckers was justifying that shit.
I thought dropping the belt was bad. No, pulling out the lawsuit. Come on, bro.
The thing that's crazy about that,
he ain't got no belt to drop. That's why.
Yeah. I mean, just
world champion,
bro.
That's
fucking
the thing,
overrated
bro.
ass.
He not even The thing that's funny, like if Virgil Ortiz really wanted to fight, and we ain't gonna veer too off topic, but with Virgil Ortiz, if he really wanted to fight, him and his manager, they could have just went to the zone. They could have just went to the zone because their hand was already in the negotiations anyway. Exactly. He didn't even have to do the lawsuit. He could have just been like, you know what? Just tell Oscar there's no DAZN deal if this fight don't happen next. That's all he had to say. Forget the lawsuit, forget the legal fees and the lawyers and all that, because we all know anything that goes the lawsuit route is going to take time, especially
if
for
you
an athlete,
really want to fight. Yo, Five. You really want to fight somebody, you will make it happen, point blank. I don't want to hear the fucking excuses. Look, let's just keep it a bean too. Like even PBC, they didn't want Earl in there fighting Terrence Crawford, but who pushed the fight through?
Yeah,
who made it happen? Earl made it happen.
Yeah,
he went against his own fucking team, his own fucking promotional company, and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because he wanted to fight.
Absolutely.
When you want to fight somebody, you'll make it happen. I don't want to hear this shit, bro.
Yeah. Listen.
Like, ain't nobody buying that bullshit ass excuse from Virgil Ortiz or none of these motherfuckers, man.
And you know what I think we gonna I'm gonna end it with this. I think Boots fights the winner of Bakram and Josh.
I do too.
I don't even think we're gonna get Virgil Ortiz right now, man. And I like that fight for Boots, whichever one it is.
I'll take Boots versus Bakram.
I'll take Boots versus Bakram all day. I'll take Boots versus Bakram all day long.
Because once Boots beats the shit out of him, I don't want to hear no more fucking excuses.
None. Hey, Ty, get in here. What you going to say, bro?
That's what I was getting ready to throw, and I was going to say, like, we got that fight coming up this weekend, Martinzelli, Josh Kelly, and then I saw, I don't know what the date is, but I did see that Fundora and Thurman are rescheduled.
Yeah, it's March 28th.
Okay,
March
28th. We got, it's still an option. It's still.
Can I go against both of y'all right now? I I actually think the bigger opportunity would be the winner of Abbas against Xander. I think that's gonna be a unified automatic. You know what I mean?
I'm cool
After
with that
all
too.
this waiting and all this ducking, I think he's deserving of that opportunity.
A vlog. Let me. I don't even want to say come back. Let me just bring up an extra point. If I'm let's say Xander Zayas wins, right? Now he has 2 belts. To be honest with you, I'm trying to go after the other champion before I even get the boots.
Right.
It just make more sense.
Yeah, especially if you fighting around the same time, negotiation wise, the timing won't be too bad. I kind of get that. So yeah, in that aspect, Boots and them definitely probably need to be ringside of that Kelly fight and try to call somebody out, bro.
Real quick,
this is getting crazy, man.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Bakram versus Josh Kelly. Let me ask this question, and I honestly don't know the answer to it. I ain't trying to be facetious or nothing. Is there VADA testing for this fight?
I don't know. I don't know.
I can actually find out. Let me do some homework on that right now. Oh, hold up. Bringing up VADA testing real quick, bro. Bringing up VADA testing. What's the name? There's no testing for this Barrios and what's the boy name?
Ryan Garcia.
Lion Ryan. There's no open testing, bro.
Vlog,
There's no open testing.
Vlog, you gonna have us on the show for like 4 hours, bro.
I know, bro.
Exactly.
All right.
Don't do that to me, bro.
We know what he about his cheating.
Yeah, don't do that to me, bro. Not tonight, bro. Don't do that to me.
Bro. Let me get a big shout out to BFT TV. He dove heavy on that one, bro. That was crazy. These motherfuckers. Everybody else there's a few other dudes he brought up that's fighting this weekend. They have open testing for their events this weekend. So it's like, and it's WBC dudes. It's like, bro, how don't y'all have y'all other world champions on the testing list, but you got these world champions on the testing list? Man, Suleiman is on some bullshit. But go ahead, Jeff. I don't want to hold the show up.
Yo, so the thing about that with the VADA testing, Bakram reminds me a lot of this fight kind of reminds me of the Dalton Smith fight that just happened.
Well, Subriel Matiz.
Yeah, Bakram reminds me of Subriel Matiz. You have power, and that's it. You got power, and that's it.
And no defense.
I said if the power don't show up, I'm gonna say this. Now, this is contingent on whether there's VADA testing. And the reason I'm asking the question, and I hope any Bakram fans is not taking it as a disrespect or a shot.
Got fucking fans. He got fans.
I don't know. I'm just saying he may, if they're out there, if they're out there, you know what I'm saying?
In Russia.
Yeah, if they're out there. But guys, and I hate to say it, but a lot of guys that are on PBC cards that have their come up on PBC, a lot of them don't be getting VADA testing, bro. A lot of them don't be getting VADA testing, bro. Like, and they don't get it until they reach the top of the top. So if there's VADA testing, and everything's on the up and up, if Josh Kelly can take Bakram's shot,
well, I say because Josh Kelly's the more skilled fighter.
He's the more skilled fighter. He's the more talented fighter. He's the more talented fighter. If he can take his shot, that fight could potentially. I'm not going to say it's going to look like Subriel Matias and Dalton Smith because I don't think Josh Kelly hands. I don't think he's throwing like Dalton Smith is throwing. But I could see him getting a decision if Bakram power, if he can take Bakram shots. That's an interesting fight as well. That is a huge, that's a huge fight. It's just on the wrong weekend
than people think because of the weight it holds in the division.
Absolutely. And 154 stacked, bro. 154 stacked. Super stacked.
And there's another name that's probably getting ready to come back too, to 154.
Who that?
Errol Spence Jr.
Yeah. So
and he's the biggest name. And he's the biggest name.
Hey, do me a favor, spell that fool last name real quick.
Who you talking about? Bakram?
Yeah.
Go, hey, bro, just go, like, when you type it up, right? Just type in Josh Kelly.
I'm about to
His
say,
name,
bro, because ain't
his
nobody
name
spell that
will come
nigga
up.
name, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm on Vita right now, so I'm trying to look it up, but I ain't want to do it on camera looking all crazy and shit. All right, so go ahead, finish the convo. I'll get y'all that info.
Hey, Finney, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I am concerned about Backham's inactivity. Like, he hasn't fought since Tim Zoo, but I've read about how his manager saying they were trying to get opponents and nobody wanted to fight him, so he was staying busy.
No,
but
he's
my
not
question
lying,
was,
he's not lying.
was he motivated? Was he
a lot
motivated
of people was
with all the
ducking him? I ain't
inactivity?
gonna cap.
Yeah.
He ain't lying. A lot of people was ducking. I'm not even gonna front on that dude.
Yeah, Ty, that's a good point, man.
A lot of people was turning him down.
Yeah, and the thing about it, bro, like with Bakram, Boots has the same problem as Bakram.
My fault, 5. I ain't mean to cut you off. My fault, 5.
Nah, you good, but
out there real quick.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, I mean,
y'all know who ducked Bakram, right? Y'all know who ducked him, right?
Who?
The same nigga as ducking Boots.
Oh yeah, for sure. Virgil.
Yeah.
They put an offer out on the table for Virgil.
If you're a champion and you've been inactive, for the whole 25, I mean, it's hard to stay motivated. I mean, you going in the gym, you putting the work in, but you ain't getting the calls, you ain't getting no contract signed. So I mean, but here we are, first month at 26, and he's jumping in there. So like I said, I'm expecting for a good fight, but I am concerned about the inactivity.
You know what, Todd? That's a good point, man. Because inactivity for the power puncher that's not very skilled is not good. It's not good. Like, your power punchers, you need them to be active, especially if you are a major champion. You need to be in the ring like 3 times a year. For sure. That's a great point. Definitely. Hold on. We got my man Angry Man back in the building. He said Boots doesn't want to deal with that IBF rehydration clause. Bro, you may not be wrong about that, bro. Like, to be honest with you, that's why he went up to 54. Like, if he was a champion in another weight class and he could have came in at like 167, 170 on fight night, like some of these dudes do, he'd still be at 47. But rehydration,
you can't go past 10 pounds.
But the thing is, though, you're doing two different rehydrations within a 24-hour period. Like, you have to monitor the initial weigh-in, and then you have to monitor the same day weigh-in, like the morning weigh-in, and then you have to complete your rehydration. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you have 2 different versions of the rehydration when you're talking about the IBF. When you're talking about other sanctioning bodies, WBC, WBA, WBO, you could just, after you weigh in, you can eat whatever you want. You can hydrate, get your electrolytes back in your system and all that. So I think the IBF situation is very relevant. That's a good statement. He said, do we have another UK Dalton Smith upset? Possibly. Josh Kelly is the better skilled fighter. The better skilled fighter doesn't always win, because the power guy is very difficult to deal with. But the power guy that don't have no skill,
you are giving Josh Kelly way too much credit right now. I gotta be honest with you, Brody. Josh Kelly is a poor version of himself when he was good. He don't have a foot movement. He still got that weak ass Philly shell. He's going to get hit in the mouth. I'm calling for a stoppage in this fight, because there's nothing that Kelly's going to throw that's going to keep Bakram off of him. That man is relentless. He's a bit slow and methodical with his relentlessness, which leaves him open. But at the same time, we've seen pressure fighters getting decisions. So I look for it. I look for him to win, but at the same time, I think he got enough power that he could get to a worn down older version of the Josh Kelly we thought was a slick white boy boxer. He was the Caleb Plant before we had Caleb Plant.
Well, the thing, just to respond to that, everything I stated was preferenced off of whether it was VADA testing. Like, Josh Kelly is the better skilled fighter. Like, whether he's worn down or not. And I'm not even disagreeing with anything that you said, but Josh Kelly is the better skilled fighter. And Bachram's coming off a layoff, and we got a power guy, like Ty Finney said, a power guy with no real defense, and he's not skilled. He's not skilled, so it's not even it's a combination of Josh Kelly.
His defense is using his forehead.
Yeah, it's like there's gonna be spots where Kelly gonna look like old Kelly because Bachram's defense is so bad. So it's not a sense of like we're trying to put Josh Kelly on this pedestal. It's the opponent, it's the skill set, and where we're at. Now, if there ain't no VADA testing, I think Kelly's getting stopped. If Bachram power shows up, Kelly could get knocked down in 6, less than 6.
That to me, you're saying Bachram is open, but is Kelly going to be willing to really exchange or kind of let his hands go because he's, you know what I mean? You will still want to be defensively sound. So it's
good question. Like, bro, that's a great question. That's a great question. But that is what makes the fight. That is what makes the fight. Bachram, you see this on my hat. That's the target with Bachram. He like hit it. Like he ain't gonna stop you. There's no pivoting. There's no nothing. He got his head right here. He like hit it. So Kelly's gonna have his opportunities to get off on Bachram. Like you said, Vlog. The thing is, can Kelly take Bachram's shots? Can he take his shots? We had the same question with Dalton Smith and Subriel Matias. Now, you knew my opinion on that. I was like, once he got popped by VADA, I was like, yeah, I don't think Subriel Matias popped. And listen, Dalton Smith, he wasn't going to no parties afterwards. So Subriel Matias got real pop. He got real pop. You know what I'm saying? But that's going to be the key to that fight. But I think that fight going to be a lot better than what people think, though.
Yo, Five.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I mean to cut you off, Five. What I always say about Subriel Matias.
What, as far as just him as a boxer?
How good he is. How good he is. You know, I always say he was not good.
Yeah, he cheats.
I've been saying that shit for a long ass fucking time.
Yeah,
none of that shit that happened to him. I ain't shocked by none of it. He garbage.
Yeah, I called that upset. I
know. I saw it.
I called that upset. I was like, yo, I don't believe him. I do.
Hey,
not
he got his ass. They gave him a fucking robbery win over Alberto Puello. Puello whooped his ass.
Nah, I can't agree with that.
You ain't think Puello won that fight, bro?
He had Puello on the ropes. He had Puello shelled up a lot. A lot of that can just be.
No. See, look, Vlog. This is what I think, Vlog. This is what I think, bro. The early part of the fight, I agree with you, 10,000%. You feel me? But I thought, because going into the 8th round, I had it tied 4-4. You feel me? And then I thought Puello won the last 4 rounds, like point blank.
Hey, yo, real quick, bro. You know what I want to start doing, bro, and I think this is kind of just as we grow as a channel, just as a unit. I kind of want to do like some like exclusive streams where we can kind of rewatch some fights and score them joints. There's so many fights, man, where I just be like, yo, like we got to go back and go watch that over again and just have like a small group.
Bro, you say that, and I anticipated being a minimum of 3 fights this weekend that we're going to have that sort of difference in judging what's going on. Like, and it's going to be some good fights. It's too many not to be at least 3.
Yeah, another good fight on the card, man, and I think people are overlooking it, man. Shushu and Carlos Castro. That's going to be a really good fight.
I knew he was going to say that, Bob.
That's going to be a really good fight, bro. And for hold on, real quick. For the people that need to do their homework on Carlos Castro, just pull up the Cool Boy fight.
Yeah, he ain't sweet.
He ain't sweet, bro. He ain't sweet.
He took it to Cool Boy, man.
Yeah,
I thought. Listen, you can make the argument he won. He beat Cool Boy. You can make the argument, and he got a clean knockdown. He got a clean knockdown in that fight too.
When I thought with that fight, 5, I thought Cool Boy only won by 1 round. Real shit. Because that's how, and if Castro would have got the decision, I wouldn't have been mad. That's how real it was.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been mad either, bro. Go ahead, Flo.
Because Castro was working him.
What was I gonna say? Oh, this is what y'all sleeping on in that particular fight, and the reason why Shushu is such a big favorite is because Cool Boy Steph never attacked that wide open body. This man is going to run into a couple devastating left hooks to that liver, and he's going down. There's no way in the world that I think these odds makers are that wrong when they putting this dude at -1,000, and for the KO it's like -180. You know what I mean? So the numbers is big for a reason, and I got him stopping Castro.
Which could possibly happen. And listen, Shushu's a bad boy.
Hell yeah, he's good. He's good as shit. He's everything.
Real good.
He's everything they talk about.
Shushu is a bad man. And the thing about going back to the Cool Boy fight with Carlos Castro, the thing with Cool Boy actually did good body work in that fight. He did real good body work. Actually, that was part of the reason why he got knocked down.
I want him to fight for me.
That's what won him the fight.
I thought he won by a round.
Get facts. Because he had to dig in.
But this is the difference. Effective body work. No, currently, right now.
Yeah, he does no body work, though.
He ain't stopping nobody to the body like Shushu is. So
it's
a different level. That's what I'm so it's a different level.
Shushu got more power.
Yeah, man. On top of that, Cool Boy came off an extremely long layoff. What was it, about a year and a half? It was a year
14
and a half.
Months. 14 months.
Like, that was a long layoff.
What's the next fight?
Cool Boy and his skill set, like. Say it again.
I said, "I'll go ahead." I didn't know. I thought you was wrapping it up. My bad. Go ahead.
Oh no, I think I had a signal joint real quick. Yeah, but Shushu that deal though. Shushu that deal. Them odds is high because Shushu is that good. You know what I'm saying? Like he's that good. So, but that's gonna be another good fight if
he might be the second best 126 guy after Inoue.
I don't even think Inoue want them problems. I don't
know if Bob gonna make that fight.
I don't think Grandpa Bob gonna make that fight. I don't think he's gonna make it. But is anybody interested in Big Baby?
No.
Big Baby Miller.
No. I got a better fight.
What you got?
It's a super middleweight contest. It's a Cuban boy. Nah, this a Cuban boy fighting out of Germany. His name William Skull. He fighting this Denmark boy named Jacob Bank. These dudes think they are like in the 15s, the top 15s for either the WBA and the WBO. So both of these dudes kind of got some rankings. They moving up and trying to become contenders.
Hold on. William Skull moved up to 175?
No, he had 168. That's a 168 fight.
Yeah,
that's 168.
I actually like William Skull. He's a solid fighter to me.
Low key, this gonna be a tricky fight for him because the white boy is actually the better traditional boxer as far as the movement. This white boy can punch off the back foot. He obviously hasn't seen the level of competition you would think the Cuban has with some of the amateur training that I'm sure he's done throughout his career to obviously moving over to Germany because he's fighting out of Germany right now. So I think low key, that's one of them off the radar type of fights. And I'm definitely checking for the results because I'm putting some coin on that one myself.
When that fight happened?
That's the 31st. Most of the majority of these fights are going to be actually Friday night, Saturday.
That's going down on a Sunday.
Nah, well, technically, the way pro box eyes do it, they dates be off, but it's this weekend. It's either Friday night or gonna be Saturday.
Oh,
But
that's
I'm
on
getting
Pro
my.
Box.
I'm not sure what that's
I
gonna
said,
be
and
on.
Billy's probably not on Pro Box. That's too big of a name for Pro Box.
No, not in Billy. This is William Skull. This is
Oh, you talking about
young.
Skull? Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I said in Billy.
I think that's gonna be on the undercard of the Dezan joint because it's
I was
like
going to say
international.
even with Skull, I think Skull is too big of a name for
Pro
Box.
box. Yeah. I think it's gonna definitely. It's an international fight, so Dezan be holding them down.
Hey, listen, like nobody's talking about the Carlos Adames and Ammo Williams either.
I spoke on it.
That's what I was going to say.
Hey, Ty, go ahead, Finny.
Yeah, to me, that's the fight that I'm anticipating under Keyshawn and Ortiz is Adames. Like, I know it was a long time ago now, man, but I still can't get over that stoppage he did to Climate Till. Man, that was bad, man. That stoppage made me a big fan. But I know that was a couple fights ago, though.
Yeah, that was definitely a couple fights ago. But yeah, that's a fight that's definitely flying under the radar for sure. Carlos Adames and Ammo Williams. Ammo was on a nice run for a minute. Then he kind of had that situation where he was kind of like tweaking out, you know. But Ammo's a solid fighter. Carlos Adames has been kind of flying, even though he's a champion. He's been flying under the radar for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a good fight, though. I think that's a good fight for sure. Hey, Vlog, what you think about that fight, bro?
I actually like that fight because both of them had their moments against the European boy Shamazi, Shazam or whatever his name is. What's his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, Sharad.
Yeah.
Hey, T, that's your background, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta step out, yo. I gotta step out.
Okay, go ahead. Step out. Come back.
All right.
That fight actually, bro, because both of them dudes had their moments. But if you look at the way that fight panned out for Ammo, his best defense was his offense. Literally, the way he combinates with his hooks and staying close to Shirazi is the way he was able to stay in that fight. When he got caught at distance, trouble. You know what I mean? So we seen what happened as the end result. Now, if you look at the same thing with Carlos Adames, who I thought he got robbed. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he had old boy shelled up way too much in that fight. He made him miss a lot. So the head movement. And doing that head movement, I think he's more susceptible to the hooks that Austin Williams throws. So I think I like that fight to go the distance. I think each guy's styles kind of going to smother themselves with the way each guy does have their defense. Because Adames don't have traditional hand up guard. You know what I mean? He's a lot of upper body leaning and, trying to be swift with it, but he's getting older and slower.
Hey, Vlog, can I get the numbers on that fight, bro?
Let me get those numbers for you real quick right down here. Sorry for the head having the lean. We got Ammo Williams plus 320, and we got Adames minus 460. So this is where, like I said, if you tap into my video, I was trying to tell you how to kind of parlay some of these fights and some of the results, depending on what your opportunity is. FanDuel gonna give you the best opportunity to put a lot of these fights together where you just looking for fights to go the distance. You looking for your guy to just win. You know what I mean? And a couple of them you can actually call for some KOs because I got the boy Josh Padley going for a KO. You know what I mean? So I got some picks that's kind of gonna put me a nice little ticket together where I should have a fun weekend, try to pay attention to these fights.
Hey man, we got family in the building, man. Boxing Learner in the building. Say what up, G5, man. Boxing Learner, what's going on, baby? Big shout out to Boxing Learner, man. I love the Adames and Emma Williams fight. I love it simply because with Adames, you know exactly what you're gonna get. And what I like to do is when guys are listening to the show, this is a mistake I used to make. Back during the Goodfellow podcast days, like I assumed everyone was like a hardcore that was watching. And I learned that that's not everyone. So with Carlos Adames, if you want to go reference a fight with Carlos Adames, go back and watch the J Rock fight. Go watch the J Rock fight with Carlos Adames, and you could kind of see who Carlos Adames is in that fight, kind of the good, bad, and in between. He got a stoppage in that fight over J Rock. Some people thought it was a little premature, but you could kind of see what you need to see in regards to Adames. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, I remember that vividly, man. I remember that people thought that was like a premature stoppage. I remember that vividly. Like, yeah, Jay, I think he was kind of, I don't think he like complained, but you can see that he wasn't cool with the stoppage.
Yeah. I thought it was a little premature. I'm not gonna lie, Adames was getting off on J Rock like during that round, but it was never to a point to where J Rock wasn't trying to be defensively responsible, or he wasn't trying to even respond, to the offense that Adames was putting out. Like that was a sneaky good fight too, though.
I got a great question. What name guy do you think can get a KO this weekend?
Are we talking just the Shakur card?
Any fight, pick a guy that got the name, a guy, recognizable guy that
I think Zaya's gonna get a stoppage, bro.
I think
Zaya's getting a stoppage.
I think Backham might get a stoppage.
You think Backham might get a stoppage?
Yeah, I think Shushu could possibly get a stoppage. So yeah.
If I had to bet, I would say Shushu. I probably had the most confidence in Shushu getting the stoppage.
Yeah.
Todd, that's a good point. That's a good
point. I'm gonna ask you this too.
Go ahead, Todd.
This as far as Jesse Hart. Do you like this name for him if the guy decides to go back to 168? Boo Boo Andre. Like I seen him posting he got a fight date coming up or whatever. Mm-hmm. And don't quote me on this. I think he said it could be at 168, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But if it was at 68, do you like that fight for Jesse Hart? Just me thinking out loud.
Me personally, I think that's a bad style matchup for Jesse. I think that's a bad style matchup for Jesse. People would gravitate to it because of the names, but I think that's a bad matchup for Jesse. Go ahead, Flo.
I think it's the weight. At this age, with the fight amounts that he's had, that weight trying to get down there. But if it's one fight, he might do it because it probably for surely it'll be a decent payday to recognizable names. So obviously negotiations got to be respectful. You know what I mean? So if it's a one fight situation, but not for like a run off of that fight.
Hey, Vlog, 99.9, I would agree with you. As far as like the age thing and going down in weight, I don't really like that. Like we talked about that in the last show with Andy Cruz, going down to 130. So I usually don't agree with that. With Jesse, me personally, every fight that he took at 75, I don't think he should have took it. I'm talking going back to the Joe Smith days. Like he's a tall, lean guy. Like you stand next to him, like he's a tall, lean guy. Like he's not his weight. He doesn't look heavy. The way he looks on TV and all that, that's exactly how he looks in person. He's not even a big 68 in my opinion. He's just tall. Like if he can pull it, if he can do a 1-up, I prefer Jesse Hart at 68. I prefer him at 68. I don't like the fights that he takes at 75 because I feel like he's trying to climb a mountain. You know what I'm saying? Like even when he fought Joe Smith, he was trying to climb a mountain. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the case, I wouldn't be against Jesse Hart going back to 68. I just think Boo Boo was just a bad style matchup for him. Like I think that's a bad style matchup. But I mean, listen, if Boo Boo jumping back in the ring, man, like it really depends on the opponent. It really depends.
Which Boo Boo y'all talk about?
Andre.
Oh yeah, against who?
We don't know yet. We don't know. I think
you said Jesse.
I just seen him posted on IG. He was saying like he's gonna have a fight coming up, but it was no names, of course. But Andre to me just had one of the strangest careers, man. Like he finally gets a big fight at 35. He gets stopped. Of course, it was at 168, and then he hasn't fought since. I'm just like everybody was talking about his inactivity. You know, he never fights the big names. It's like he finally gets a big name, and he still hasn't fought.
But Tom, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Like a lot of those big names didn't want no smoke with him either, though. That was legit.
Can I say something real quick? I think he's been able to grab some step aside money, which is not spoken about a lot in this era of boxing. And he could have been one of maybe the last guys that actually received it in this modern day. We know back in the day, they gave a lot of step aside money to some of these up and coming contenders to kind of get out the way, like a Mike Tyson and guys like that. I think Andre could have been recipient. I don't know that it's true.
No, I can definitely say it's true. Like Andre was definitely eating when he was champion and all that. Like he was number one contender. Like he definitely got a couple paydays just to step aside for sure. Like Andre,
right? Vlog is right. One of those paydays he got from step aside. Remember the first what was it? The first Triple G Canelo.
Yep, he got step aside for that.
Because remember, he was the next in line to fight whoever won that fight.
Yep. He been getting step. He got that old school step aside money. He got that pre-COVID step aside money. You know what I mean? He got that old money. He got them $20 bills before they became big faces. You know what I'm saying? That's how far back his step aside money go.
No, but real shit though, man. Like Boo Boo, like Andre he was getting ducked, like legitimately.
Facts.
Like you saw Canelo. No, look, this is real shit. Canelo ducked that man at 54, 160, and 168.
And just to wrap that up, bro, in a nice bow. The thing with Canelo that made his such nasty work, he ducked Boo Boo Andre, and it was unification. It was undisputed. It was unification, undisputed. At 6 and ducked them for undisputed. That's some of the nastiest work.
And then went to 160, and then he went to a whole other division to fight somebody else for undisputed.
Yeah, that's nasty work. As Vlog would say, he went on the European tour.
European bum bash.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, my dog Blaze in the building, man. Big shout out to Blaze. He said, I think Keyshawn is going to get the stoppage.
Ooh. No.
Ooh.
No.
Ooh. No. Ooh. Hey, Blaze, I don't know if you bet, bro, but if you want to, you can win some change. Hey, Vlog, can I get some numbers on that, bro?
Numbers.
Keyshawn getting a stoppage? Can I get some numbers on that?
Let me go on over here.
That's a bold statement, bro. He said, "I think Keyshawn is going to get a stoppage."
I don't see it.
You know, I got one more good fight. It's off the radar because y'all got to pay attention to these good fights. The style matchup is there too. We got Starlin Castro. That's that long, lanky boy fighting at 140. He just fought Aranosian. I thought it was a good fight. Obviously, he lost because he was kind of getting pressured. But he fighting boy Flores. That's going to be a nice little squab right there. Flores got some overhands.
Hey,
oh, shit. Yo, Fob, I got to step out again, man.
Go ahead, bro. Do your thing. Step out,
bro. Shorty, fuck. You know what it is, Fox.
Bro, you ain't gotta say nothing, bro. You ain't gotta say nothing, bro. I just hit my line after the show. If you get time, just jump back in. We can hear.
Oh, bet.
All right, bro.
Fellas. All right, fellas.
All right, man.
Peace.
I'm getting the numbers. Just hold on, bro. Give me a
Shout out
second.
to my
There's a lot of
dog
fight.
Teak, man. Big shout out to him. Hey, Ty. We ain't even get into the main event, man. TefimoLopez versus Shakur Stevenson. Ty, I know we asked this during the last show, but I'm gonna ask you again. Who do you like? What's your thoughts on that fight, man? Like, what you thinking?
For some reason, man, I just think it's once Shakur's under them lights, man, he's in his zone. He's just in his zone, you know. I think if, you know, Tefimo tries to, I think Tefimo's going to mix it up. I think he's going to mix it. I think he's going to try to trade with him. He's going to be on the back foot. I think Shakur is just going to be like focused, just stand in front of him, trying to cut the ring off best as he can, sticking with the jab, you know, just, you know, throwing 1-2s. I think Shakur is just going to be in his zone, just catching him easily. And I think Tefimo's going to be going to mix it up. But I think Shakur, I got Shakur winning decision. I'm not going to say easily, but I definitely say he's going to win like more than half the rounds. Like probably like a 8-4 type fight.
8-4.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay. You know what though? Like the closer I get to this fight, I think one of the main questions for me, I was like, is Teofimo, like, is the best Teofimo going to show up? Like, that was what I was kind of going back and forth with in my mind. And I think Teofimo's going to show up. I think Teofimo is going to show up. He's had a couple of fights where he, you know, like the Cambosis fight and all that, like where we didn't see the best Teofimo. Like I think Teofimo's bringing A game. I think Teofimo's bringing A game to this fight, and it's the one thing that I was been watching a little bit of tape, and I went back to Teofimo's fights. He's fought other southpaws, right? The one thing that I do like with Teofimo, and for some reason people don't notice this, when the southpaw fighter gets their right foot on the outside of the orthodox fighter's left foot, like that puts them in best position to get some offensive work done. For the traditional fighter to get out of that, to be honest with you, all they have to do is take a step or two back and circle to get out of it, to reset the position. People think like just because the southpaw fighter gets his right foot over top of the left, over top of the left foot, like they think like there's nothing for that other guy to do. No, you can take a step or two back and just circle out. Teofimo does a great job of that, which I think he's going to do in this fight. The thing with Teofimo is all the questions that I had with Teofimo is the mental makeup throughout the fight. Can he stay mentally strong? Can he stay mentally focused? Can he carry out an actual game plan with Shakur for 12 rounds and stay disciplined? That's why I've never seen Shakur not disciplined in the ring. I've never seen him not disciplined. And that's why I'm leaning towards Shakur. But I really, really like, don't get it twisted, bro. I really want to pick Teofimo. I really do. But I just can't. I just can't. Like, if anybody's going to beat a Shakur, it's going to be a guy with Teofimo's skill set. And Shakur's coming up in weight. There's a lot of reasons for me to be like, I think Shakur could get upset. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I think Shakur is going to pull it off. But I think it's going to be more so Shakur. I think Shakur is going to show me something more offensively in this fight. I actually think he's going to get off. I think he's actually going to get off in this fight because of the magnitude of the fight. And what Vlog said in the last show, we don't know what the judges is doing. We don't know what the judges is doing.
That's why I wanted to
spot shot.
That's why I wanted to speak on what you were saying about him moving out and circling out. The one thing about that we know Shakur will follow you. And he's just quick enough to get something off while you're trying to reset. So that's part of the chess match that we're anticipating between these two guys. And I do think it'll be a close fight just based on kind of reputations on the line. I think this is a big fight for Teofimo for future. You know what I mean? Because he don't want to regulate himself to a gatekeeper. And already he kind of putting out excuses if he was to lose and end up kind of falling out the picture like that as a big name in the sport. Dad having heart palpitations and you know what I mean? He kind of don't seem mentally keyed in. The press of the day, you run around calling people evil. You know what I mean? You talking about your dad ain't there because he have a heart problem. There's a lot of things that's not looking good just with that camp and a lot of what they've been kind of going back and forth. Oh, I'm the cool guy, but and I'm the antagonist. And it's like, oh, it's mental. I'm just playing mental games. Or now they asking him, what about his mental games? I'm like, I don't think Shakur playing mental games. If he said he want to beat your ass, he probably want to beat your ass. Like, that's not mental game. That's just him telling you how he feels. So I think he's saying a lot of that as deflection. He just don't look right there mentally, bro. He don't look like he keyed in for this fight. I'm looking for a 8-4 shutout. You know what I mean? I anticipate Shakur coming forward a lot more than we seeing him, especially in step-up fights where, like a Zapata, he was a bit defensive, but still able to be quicker and get off in between them. Kind of weak-ass combinations Zapata was throwing in that fight. A lot of that shit was kind of garbage. So it was easy for him to... I mean, it was, bro. It was a lot of garbage. That's why I'm hoping if you look at styles, the way Ortiz throws a lot of combinations like that, I just think he's a bit more active with that style, that flurry style of combinations than a guy like Zapata was. Zapata tries to throw heavy instead of being accurate and heavy with his shot.
Well, you know the thing is, bro. I'm glad you actually mentioned that because it looked like Zapata really was. It looked like he was. Zapata is the Z.
Tomato.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The thing with Zapata is it looked like he wasn't throwing for power in spots of that fight with Shakur. It almost seemed like they told him, "Hey, we need
take
a little
something off.
Power. Take a little something off." That's why I didn't have a problem with his output because I think he was trying to be mindful of what was coming back at him. So I didn't have a problem with how he approached Shakur because I think if he would have approached it the other way, I think he'd have got knocked out.
That was his that's to me is almost the same way I analyze the Ortiz situation. Part of your best defense with the legs is being offensive, making him reset, making him think and kind of adjusting. So, you know what I mean? Like I said, both these fights is definitely going to be some chess matches.
Yeah.
But to get them numbers, let me get them numbers to you real quick.
Yes, sir.
The Boy Blaze said he was looking for the KO. That's plus 130. So positive money for him.
Hey, Blaze, hold on. Hey, Blaze, you put on here. I think Keyshawn is gonna get the stoppage. Hey, man, Keyshawn for a stoppage, man. It's plus 130. That's plus money. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's value.
You like it. Value in it. Yeah. Big shout out to Young Reem in the building, man. Big shout out to Young Reem, man. Hey, Young Reem, I don't know if you subscribe, man, but if you're not subscribed, please do. Subscribe to myself. Boxing First Vlog and In This Corner podcast. As soon as we see you subscribe, man, we subscribing right back to you. Big shout out to you for showing up in here today, showing some love. Said, let's hope core hands are not hurt. I read something about that, bro. I hope that's not the case. Because we've seen Shakur fight before with a hurt hand. We've seen that before, and it wasn't a pretty sight. It wasn't a good fight. So hopefully that's not the case, bro. Oh, we got family in the building, man. Andre Southgate in the building, man. Big shout out to you, bro. Go subscribe to Andre Southgate too, man. Doing good work over there for sure. He said Shakur is too good defensively. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes up to 47 if he wins this one. I got Shakur by decision. Southgate, I think that's kind of like the standard opinion. I think it's the standard opinion. I think a lot of people are going with Shakur decision. To be honest with you, if Shakur's on his A game offensively, I can see him hurting Teofimo in this fight. I can see him hurting him. If y'all want to subscribe to In His Corner podcast, that's the link for Ty Finney, for sure. And vlog, I'm gonna get you a link on the playback of this podcast for sure. But yeah, I think that's a really good chess match between Teofimo and Shakur. But Teofimo's gonna let's make this clear. Teofimo's gonna need some help. He's gonna need some help in terms of Shakur not being disciplined. I think if Shakur's disciplined, it's gonna be very difficult for Teofimo to get a win. But he's gonna have to hope for Shakur just to not be disciplined. He's gonna need some help. He's gonna need some help.
That's not gonna happen.
I don't think so. Based
on who we know he's being supported by, the cast that helps the coaching, bring him along with his grandpa. So I'm not gonna take no credit from grandpa. Grandpa to molded a solid boxer, obviously a pound for pound guy, top 5 right now, even before this fight starts. Could elevate him into the top 3 with a solid victory, in my estimation. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna readjust at the end of this month, which I ain't gonna have too long. So Monday morning, expect a new top 10 from me. You know what I mean? Probably just a few adjustments. I'm personally, I had Martirala in my top 10 to start this year.
Really?
Moving him up. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be an adjusted top 10. But yeah, definitely after this weekend. But yeah, bro, it's some great fights, man. I think this one is going to be the chess matches to start the year. Hopefully, we continue to get these type of fights and just as boxing fans be just gleeful. That's a great word, gleeful.
Yeah, I second that, man. Like this is like boxing, like OD. Like this is like buffet style. You know what I mean? Like it's so many fights, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like you take like Pro Box TV. Like of course I'm gonna lock in on Pro Box TV, and I'm glad they're coming on tomorrow, except for the 31st. But there's like certain fights. Like I'm gonna have to split this up. Like I'm gonna have to split Saturday up. Like straight up, bro. And I gotta work Saturday too.
I do too.
Yo, I literally have to split. To be honest with you, of course, the Shakur card I'm covering. I'm watching the entire thing. But like the Xander Zayas card, like I might have to catch that Sunday morning. I ain't even gonna lie. I might have to catch that Sunday morning. They might get the Shakur card from me in the Bachram fight. Like that might be the max I can do on Saturday. And then Sunday morning, I can catch up on the Xander Zayas fight, and I might watch the Pro Box joint again. But this is like boxing at its finest, bro. This is boxing at its finest, man, where you have so many good cards, you got so many good fights, you got so many things to talk about. I mean, bro, just with this show, because we can ready to wrap it up. Just with this show, bro, I'm like, we ain't even really get into the ammo in Adames fight like that. We ain't even really get into the Shushu fight like that. We ain't even get into the Zayas fight like that. Like that's how packed it is as far as boxing. Like, listen, right now, boxing is where it's at.
Yeah, it's actually some low key good matchups, bro. Style wise, there's a couple of donuts on the line this weekend as far as some good rankings for. Especially 140. It's 140 active. 140
is definitely active for sure.
Yo, they got a young boy named Jordan White. Young boy coming up at 140. He fighting the boy Willie Shaw. That's a nice little, you know what I mean, nice little name to put on the resume as he's coming up in that 140 rankings. So yo, you got Flores, like I said, fighting Sterling Castellano. It's gonna be a sick card of fights this weekend.
Yeah, Andre Southgate, he said, yeah, Shakur has a good straight left, could hurt T.O. for sure. You know, a Southgate, you know the thing with that, bro, and people don't take this into account. Fighting a guy like Shakur, and if you want to take it back, fighting guys like Floyd, um, it's important to make them miss too. It's important to make them miss. Shakur is so used to being accurate. You have to make him miss as well. That helps trying to set the table to get him undisciplined.
I got a question. You made me. What is the best way to make them miss? Is it the natural cat-like reflex that we've seen a younger T.O. do? Or is it hold up, let me finish. Or is it traditional hands up, little bit of head movement, staying offline? Which is the best way to defend what Shakur does for TefimoLopez?
I think getting underneath a lot of shots. Thing with Shakur really doesn't throw. Shakur don't throw a lot of uppercuts. As far as his body work, he's stationary when he throws his body shots. A lot of Shakur's accuracy comes to straight shots up top. A lot of them is just counter shots, pot shots. With a lot of pot shots, you got to get underneath them. And Teofimo is best for him to get underneath them shots, not only to get him out of the way of the shots, but it's going to get him closer to where he can put in his own body work as well. So to answer your question, I think getting underneath some of those shots is going to be what's best for him.
Now, do you think this version of TefimoLopez still has that athleticism to do what you're saying? Now, I get what you're talking about. He did it against Comey. He did it against Loma, where he's able to kind of bob and weave his way in, staying low, staying offline, countering. I get that. But does this version of TefimoLopez possess that ability to do it for 12 rounds, to make it count too?
That's the key. I think over 12 is going to be the question. Do I think he still got the athletic ability? Yeah. Do I still think he can do it? Yeah. Do I think he's going to show up Saturday? I think Teofimo's definitely showing up Saturday. My question with Teofimo is rounds 9, 10, 11, and 12. I'm not worried about Teofimo in the first 8. I think he's going to show up. It's going to be how many rounds can he get within the first 8? That's the key to the entire fight for both guys. And it goes back to what you said in the last show. It's the judges. We can't forget about the judges in this fight. We have to factor in, hey, which judges are in here? Which style do they usually score 10-9s for? Which style do they usually favor? You have to factor this stuff in when you're talking about this actual fight. If you got 3 judges in there and they usually don't score that well for the defensive pot shot guy, then Shakur got some homework to do. Shakur gonna have some work to do. You know what I'm saying? But if you have a judge that's not partial just to the guy that comes forward and that's it, then Shakur can kind of just play his game. I think the judges is gonna have a lot to do with this fight, but I think the first 7-8 rounds is going to determine this fight, like who's up and by how much. If T.O. can be even with Shakur after 8, it's going to be very, very interesting if they're even after 8.
I think the one that's going to be the telling for the fight, it's going to be the one that's going to really make a big difference. It's going to be punch output.
I agree.
I think the fighter that lets his hands go the most consistent and effective with it, going to be the one that's going to pull his fight out and be edging as far as judges. Even if you kind of favor a counter-punching style, if he ain't counter-punching enough, if he's not creating offense that makes this guy react to where he can get his counters off, even a judge is going to see the other guy being a bit more offensive and causing more reaction to the other fighter. It's going to be a tell.
Yeah. No, that's a good point, bro. That's a good point. We got Andre Southgate back. He said, agreed. That's what Shakur does. He makes guys miss and walk them in the straight lefts. His footwork is too good. Tio is good, but he needs to slow down Shakur with body shots. I the thing with that Southgate is, and this is what makes Shakur so tough. You can't even really sit there and invest in the body with Shakur because his pot shot game is so crazy. And I've been saying this for years. Southgate, you've been around since the start. Like, you don't trade body shots for head shots. You just don't. It don't matter who it is. You know. Now, if we talking back in the day, like Mike body snatching McCallum, that's something different.
Now we also got to put this in there. I'm gonna get it off real quick because I got a plane coming. T.O. got more wear and tear than Shakur does. That's going to play a big part down the stretch, as Jeff brought up with them late rounds, the championship rounds. You know what I mean? So we got to pay attention to that too. Teofimo's been the distance several times in a lot bigger fights. It's going to be very interesting what he got left in the tank as far as a big level fight like this. He might still have shit left for the Catteralls and the Josh Taylor type guys who wasn't even at their prime when he was fighting them. He's not looking good. You lost against Kambosos. Come on, bro. This dude has not looked good in some time.
And actually, Taylor was in his prime when he fought him. He did a great job against Taylor too.
I thought Taylor was coming down at the end when he started getting them big fights like that. Once he had got all the belts, I thought he started. I know, that's what I'm saying. Once he achieved the pinnacle, and then the money fight started falling in his lap, I thought he started kind of falling off his dominance.
Yeah, you know what? And the thing about that fight, that's a good fight for people to watch too. Teofimo and Josh Taylor, because Josh Taylor's a southpaw. I actually just watched that fight. Pay attention to Teofimo's feet throughout that whole fight. Just pay attention to his feet, how he got out of range, which way is he moving, his punch combinations. Of course, Josh Taylor and Shakur Stevenson are two different fighters, but you can watch a fight like that and get an idea of how Teofimo approaches the southpaw style. And I think that's the most recent southpaw that he fought, if I'm not mistaken. So go look at that fight and go look at Teofimo's feet and see how he's going about actually operating defensively and offensively against Josh Taylor. And Josh Taylor is way more aggressive than Shakur, way more aggressive. So that's a good fight for you guys to watch to get an idea as far as Tio is concerned against your southpaw, aggressive southpaw, and Josh Taylor. And again, I'm not comparing Josh Taylor to Shakur Stevenson. It's two different types of southpaws, but just to give you an idea. But
Tefimo, like if I remember that fight correctly, Josh Taylor looked a lot bigger than Tefimo in that fight. He looked big, he looked tall.
Yeah. He was definitely the bigger fighter for sure.
That's what I was talking about. He was having weight issues at that time. So that's what I meant. Like his falling off from being dominant, coming in prime shape, moving around, being that that slick kind of boxer that he was that had a little pop. I thought once, like I said, he started getting the Teofimo fight. He got the fight with Catterall. He started kind of tailgating and kind of hitting that pinnacle and kind of sliding down the other side, like we kind of started seeing with Canelo, which nobody obviously act like they didn't see in the past 7 years. They hadn't seen this man just steadily downgrade in performance and KOs just went left, So it's like, come on, bro, y'all haven't seen this? I'm seeing that with Teofimo. Now, will we see a resurgence? Possible. We've seen a lot of OGs bring it back one more time. You feel me? I'm gonna go mute real quick.
Okay. Hey man, big shout out to Jesse Hart too, man. I just seen your message too, bro. He told me to shoot him the link. Like I could have got him on the show. I wasn't even paying attention. But yeah, it's gonna be great fights this weekend. Absolute great fights this weekend, man. We got the Pro Box card coming on tomorrow. We got the Xander Zayas card. We got the Bakram and Josh Kelly card. And then we got the Shakur Stevenson and TefimoLopez card, man. Fully loaded. I to be honest with you, I really need to. Sundays ain't really been good for me, bro. Like I think I done tried to schedule a show on Sundays like 2-3 different times, and it just didn't work out. But we really need to get on Sunday. Like I really gotta make it happen. I gotta work, but we gotta somehow do a post fight. Like we can't wait until like Tuesday the next week to recap. You know what I'm saying, Ty? Like,
yeah,
we gotta get one in on Sunday, man. I'm gonna make a point of it to get one in on Sunday, bro.
I'm gonna hold you to it, man, because I'm gonna do like a partial, like probably like 3, maybe 4 hours top. So I'll be ready.
Yeah, I have to, bro. I have to. It's listen, I ain't gonna lie. It's gonna be a tough task because I gotta work like a full 12. You know what I'm saying? So brother, definitely gonna be groggy. But yeah, that's just something that just has to happen. There's too many fights, too much stuff going on. Like can't wait until Monday to recap that. So,
we gotta be top in them algorithms, baby.
Yeah, for sure, man. But yeah, we're gonna get up out of here, man. Hour 36 minutes strong. This was a good one. This is a good one, for sure. Hey, Ty Finney, man, give him your social media and all that good stuff, brother. Appreciate you jumping on, man.
Yeah, man. Podcast in this corner, Facebook, Ty Finney, IG, the Legend 3447. You know, I'm just a hardcore boxing fan that just love to chat boxing, man. You know, this is my safe space, man. So I'm always here to do it.
For sure. Everybody favorite OG, man. Boxing First Vlog, man. Appreciate you stopping through per usual. Let them know what you have going on with the channel, upcoming videos and stuff like that.
Oh man, well, I did a lot of homework. You know what I mean? Gotta get that knowledge in. Can't be out here talking about these cats and you don't know what you're talking about. So I put out a banger of a video that would help anybody that's trying to get a little sneak of money. You know what I mean? Take wifey out. Tap into that video, man. I went over a couple of these fights, decent ways to you know what I mean, try to get some coin off of them, man. So that video is up. You know what I mean? On my YouTube page, you can see the name Boxing First Vlog right there. So tap in. You know what I'm saying? And I'm on Instagram using #1 Boxing #1 ST Vlog. I'm always posting the numbers, posting news. You know what I mean? So I'm just a big boxer head myself. I'm just an OG at it. Been doing it a long time since the oven. You know what I mean? North Philly, you dig?
Yes, sir. I'm all over the place, man. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, everything G5 Jeff TV. I'm gonna try to crank out as many breakdown and prediction videos as I possibly can between now and Saturday. And man, it's just so much to cover. And as I think for people to understand what Boxing First Vlog, Ty Finney the Legend, and myself, and big shout out to Teak too, Teak Sports. Big shout out to him. It takes so much to actually do what we're doing. I think people don't really understand what actually goes into it in terms of the preparation and things that needs to be done before we hop on this camera, and do what we do. And I know sometimes we make it look fun, we make it look easy, but it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. You're trying to stay ahead of the algorithm. You're trying to do as many videos as possible on top of day-to-day life. You understand what I'm saying? So it's very difficult So we appreciate everyone that takes a second out of their time to listen to In This Corner podcast interview, to watch a Boxing First vlog video, you know what I'm saying, to watch a video with me and this another guy. Michael Johnson Boxing Man said, yo, what's going on, bro? You came in on the end of the show, but we're gonna be back Sunday, dog. Big shout out to Michael Johnson Sports. But we just gonna try to crank out as much work as we possibly can. I'm not gonna lie, I think we found something with this 7:00 start though. I'll call both of y'all after the show on that because I don't think y'all seen the numbers I seen. But listen, man, this was a good one. Episode 15 of the Throw the Hook podcast, man. Ty Finney, the legend, everybody favorite OG Boxing First vlog. My dog Teak stepped in. You know what I'm saying? Looked out for us. And listen, Sunday, I promise you, we on Sunday. We have to.
I'm gonna hold you to it, Brody.
Yes,
I'm gonna hold you to it.
Yes, for sure.
I'm gonna be tired.
Listen,
you know what I mean? I'm working 7 days this week, but I'm getting all these fights in. I'm gonna be at the job watching fights if I got to.
Oh, bro, I'm definitely gonna be at the job watching fights, man. I'm gonna actually do the thumbnail for the show probably Saturday, so I'll schedule it like Saturday morning for Sunday's show, man. But we gotta do Sunday. I'm actually message Jesse Hart now. I'm gonna ask him, can he pull up on Sunday's show? Because he definitely messaged me during the show asking me to shoot him the link. So I gotta make sure I get him on the show. DT3 too. I gotta shoot a joint on DT3. So Sunday show might be legendary for sure. We might have a packed house, man. But on behalf of Ty Finney, the legend, Boxing First vlog, your boy G5 Jeff TV, man. This is episode 15 of the Throw the Hook podcast, and this was a good one. And we're gonna see y'all on Sunday to recap all this madness that's gonna go down between tomorrow and Saturday. So we're gonna see you on Sunday.
Peace.
Peace.
All right, G.